All right, folks, how we doing? Boys, back again. And I don't know where to start. We obviously, Hawks lost on Saturday. I don't think any of us lost a ton of sleep over it. It went about how we expected. It was tough. Hilton's tough. We can maybe make a little fun of Iowa State fans here in a bit because they're so funny. But no, I think obviously we got to talk about the loss, talk about the schedule ahead. But I also think we have to talk about like Big 12 sneaky open. And some would say we control our own destiny. You win out, the Hawks win the Big 12. I guess I don't know where you guys want to start. Should we start KU Iowa State and just talk through that game, or what are we thinking?
Yeah, I'm down to talk about it. I mean, not a whole lot to talk about. Couldn't really get anything going offensively, turned it over a lot. It sucks, though. You're down double digits at half, and Iowa State's not hitting jumpers. I think they were 3 for 15 from three in the first half, and then they come out. And I feel like we knew it was coming. We knew they were going to hit threes going into the game, and then their cold first half, it's kind of coming second half. And the three Momcilovic hit falling into their bench.
Oh my God.
Into the first row. I was like, yeah, they're winning. It was a tough spot for us. They're coming off a loss to TCU. We just put everything we had into the Arizona game. And I know you want to win every game. So it's tough because we did talk about that 5-game stretch and we would have been fine with 3-2, but we go into it 4-0. And they do end up losing that game. So 4-1 in that stretch. In this gauntlet of a league, you'll take it every day of the week. After we beat Iowa State at Allen, I feel like, us three definitely, and I would assume a majority of KU fans or Big 12 fans would have assumed probably not going to sweep Iowa State, especially when you still got to go to Ames. But that game, it didn't bother me at all. I'm not more worried about this team or less worried. I feel good where they stand, and we talked about it before the pod. They control their destiny rest of the way. It's going to be tough. You played two of the best teams in the country, one of them on the road, team that you already beat, but I could see them winning out. You never know, or at least going to Arizona with really high stakes. I feel great about Houston at home. I know they're really good and tough, but the stakes will be high going into that game. Arizona might be dealing with some injuries right now too. So,
yeah, it's so hard to fathom winning out. But either way, it's honestly just fun that we're even in a spot where we can say that, even if it is absurd. Fun that we're here, we're in the mix, and after the last 2 years, that's really what we all wanted. Now, AB, when it comes to this Iowa State game, like, is there anything that really did you take anything big away from it? I guess, could the argument be it's classic, well, now we're not playing at home anymore? Or is it just, to me, that just felt like pretty much the majority of the games we've played at Hilton since Oates is taken. Otzelberger, how the hell do you say his name? My God.
You love Oates.
Too many Oates. Since the large jacked man
Otzelberger
that stands on the sidelines, he showed up. I just feel like that's how these games have gone. So anything that has you at all worried?
No, they played so well, I thought, defensively in the first half, and then with the shots they were making in the second half, it was ridiculous. This was the one game. I know that Bill took some heat for what he said about not putting DP in late in the game. I kind of I think I agreed with it. We weren't winning that game once we got down 20. You might as well just sit them out. I didn't really care about that as much as others, but no, they they punked us on defense. It was insane. Melvin had that little run where I think he hit 2 threes
on defense.
Yeah, they did. They were in our ass. They were.
DP was getting.
Yeah,
I thought he was getting hacked quite a bit.
It was the West Virginia Houston strategy, as Cole would like to say, where just foul every time. They're not going to call it every single time on the court. So I think, but it was weird. The one thing I took away in the first half, or when it was competitive, is they let a lot go, but then they called some ghost fouls. I thought it was just bizarre to see. I couldn't really get a feel with what they were going for with most of it. But I don't know. Chalk it up as losing in a tough place to play against a good team that just played really, really well.
Dude, yeah. I mean, their perimeter defense, like I felt like our guys were trying pretty dang hard to get open, and they just could not. Now, yeah, part of that was just, they're getting away with some holding. DP, I definitely agree, got a bad whistle, but I think there's a certain element to it of when, like I was asking this in the group chat this weekend, like, is there ever an element to where when you have the reputation of maybe being soft, does that like play into the refs' minds at all? Even though he's never had a reputation of being soft within, like, can he take contact? Can he finish a basket in the game? But sometimes I do wonder if, like, is he getting a worse whistle because of the fact that people just unfortunately are kind of viewing him as soft. But either way, I agree. I wasn't like,
well, he hasn't got a good
playing.
He has not got a good whistle.
Yeah. And I don't know what it is, because he's a smart, like, he seeks contact when he should. Like, he's smart with the ball. I feel like he knows how to draw fouls. It's just he doesn't seem to always get it. And maybe, I don't know, maybe it'll take our staff to just like really be on the refs about it, but also going to take him consistently playing. So we'll see.
Going back to just how hard it is to win at Hilton, you just look at the game last night. One of the best teams in the country. We talked about Houston's just overall build since they've gotten to the Big 12. They're 45-5, and they had won 44 of their last 47 in the league, and they're up 10 with I don't even know how much time left, but Iowa State goes on a crazy run. Heisey's hitting late shot clock threes in the corner. The freshman's hitting threes. Lipsy's making crazy hustle plays late. She did against us too, and him hitting threes against us triggered me, but I guess we'll save that for another day. But where are we at on a scale from 1 to 10? How nervous or worried are you about Trey White's play last week?
Infected tooth. Give him a week.
Yeah. I mean,
he made one shot the entire week. But if I told you that at the start of the week, like Monday afternoon, would you have said we win one of those games?
Yeah. You play one. Darren Peterson only plays one game, and Trey White makes one shot the whole week, and you go 1-1 against top 10 teams. That I would take that all day. I'm not that. I mean,
it was a breakaway, wide open dunk.
Yeah. To me, it's like maybe he needed to revert back a little bit, like, because he was playing at such a high level. Like, he was very much an all-conference type player for the first few weeks, but I don't know. I think I'm hoping this is just kind of like that, a part where maybe the season starts to catch up with you. You're getting a little tired, but by the time you get back into it, for March, like, you'll be locked in, you'll be ready to go. I have no clue, but it was astonishing to compare his play this last week and a half to what it looked like 2 or 3 weeks ago. But I think he's fine. He's a senior. Like, I think he just needs to have one more. I think he just needs to have a good game, and then he'll be back to what he was.
My worries this weekend after we lost, and I really wasn't upset about the loss, but I just go down rabbit holes and start thinking like a fan. Is this team talented enough to afford guys like Bryson Tiller and Trey White to kind of be a little inconsistent rest of the year? Like, what are our expectations for Bryson? Because he has shown the flashes, but then he has nights where he has 2 points. And then Trey White hasn't been really shot hunting at all lately. You got DP who can carry a team, but I don't know if this team is deep enough or talented enough to afford those guys to have off nights. Like in the tournament, I feel like you can't afford those two to be silent.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just got to be, they both can't. But like Monday against Arizona was a perfect example. Trey White wasn't doing anything, but Tiller stepped up, McDowell stepped up. It's just one of those things you can't. If you have both of them disappear, then you're screwed, because somebody has to help Flory, Council, and DP because you're just not going to get, I don't know. I guess Melvin Council you can kind of rely on to go get 12 to 15 a game. That's how good he is. But at a certain point, I worry that like you can't rely on Melvin Council's offense. You can rely on his energy and his defense and stuff. But I don't want to be in a spot where we've got to rely on Melvin Council to be going to get us buckets late in the game, even though I know it's worked. That's just like not what I want to happen when you have guys like Tiller and Trey White and DP that can also go score. So I don't know. It's terrifying to picture a March game where Tiller and White do disappear. I would say what's more likely? You think Bryson Tiller struggles down the stretch or Trey White?
Bryson Tiller.
I agree. So like that's kind of what I think is that. And to me, I think we can afford Bryson Tiller to struggle more than we can afford Trey White to struggle. Like, I think Trey White, the fact that he can hit threes, get to the line, I don't know. I just feel like Trey White's got to be good for this team to actually have a chance at making the Final Four.
I don't know why I think this is funny, but and it's been like this every episode, but Rye's display name being the same as the name under his display name is just funny. Like, why put it once when you can put it twice?
Hey,
I don't know.
One, baby.
I don't remember doing that. Well, that's my name.
Another takeaway, which this isn't really breaking news, but just I love Melvin more and more after every single game. That dude was picking up full court like the entire second half. We're down by 20.
Yeah.
And speaking of down by 20, I can't think of a time in my life where I've ever heard a fan base boo that much when they're up so much. They're up 30.
Dude.
Talking about like fucking vicious fouls.
Yeah.
Like it's getting like do they get together as a group before the game and be like, because this happens every time we play them. I'm not saying I watch every single Iowa State game at Ames. I'm assuming they boo quite a bit, but like, do they get together and be like, hey guys, make sure you boo every single call, because it has happened every game we play at Ames since at least Bill's been there. Like they're comfortably up 25. And just like, it's not like they're silent boos either. It's the whole crowd.
Everyone.
And it lasts for like 20 seconds.
AB, I want to hear your thoughts. Go.
Well, it's at the point now where I expect it, and it still shocks me every time I see it. Like I tweeted it. They're convinced they've never committed a foul in the history of the program. And I just don't I don't know. They'll do what they want to do. Hilton's great. Last night had one of the all-time crowd pops I've ever heard when they hit that three to go up late. But Lord, figure it out. It's almost makes it like hard to watch because they go on their run, because I think we went up 4 in middle to late second or first half when Melvin was cooking. And I mean, I'm getting into it. I'm like, okay, here we go. Let's ride. And then they go on like a 13-2 run and they're up 10 and start booing this stuff. And it's just like, I'm mad about the game. Don't get me mad about like your crowd. It's like Hilton Magic is just 10,000 people booing as loud as they can until the other team gets so frustrated and annoyed that they slip up and mess something up. That's where their home court advantage comes in. But it's crazy. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's a ticky-tack foul or like felony assault. It's not there.
I was just laughing because I don't know, that one fan that like looks like Jim Carrey and was doing this to Jerome Tang a few years ago. Like now that is, I think it's actually him on Twitter. I don't know that or someone playing a character, but he was talking about how he got a warning from the refs, and then people were like, "What'd you say?" And he was like, I was yelling at Bill, all the cliches, just the most basic KU like jokes that you would have read on Facebook 15 years ago. And then he's like, and I was just giving it to this ref because of how bad they've been. And he like posted a picture of the ref and was like, this guy's Ken Palm ratings plummeting today. I'm like, you cannot watch that game and think that Iowa State got a bad whistle. Like, I'm not saying
there were some that we got in our favor.
Yeah, but like that's the thing. Iowa State, there's a reason we whooped their ass at Allen Fieldhouse and they whooped our ass at Hilton. Like they can't play that way in Allen Fieldhouse. They would have got called for a lot more fouls. And
they fouled a lot.
that is just how the world of college basketball is. But to have your takeaway be in a game that you won by 20 plus points, or should have won by 20 plus points, be that refs were bad is just so weird.
Biggest win against us since like 73, I think I saw.
Yeah. And you're sitting at home, like you're in the car ride home being like, man, those refs, man, sucked.
Still angry about something.
Yeah, I can't even get happy about this game because of those damn refs.
Speaking about not being able to be happy about an individual game and how they react to it, when they started chanting "fuck KU" last night after beating Houston, it's like you guys just can't focus on the moment whatsoever. You just can't. So
I know.
I honestly thought it was very funny, like genuinely funny, but I'm sure it got a reaction from a lot of folk.
Were you guys watching it live?
Yeah.
I heard the song and I was like, I was about to change it and I was like, wait, are they going to do it?
Well, you guys texted that they were, and I was like, I thought they were saying ISU.
No, they were zoomed in on the tunnel watching the teams walk like into the locker rooms, and you can kind of see some of the student section. It was a big time F to start.
And my volume wasn't very high, so I couldn't really tell. But yeah,
right,
very on brand.
Did you get close to leaning up in your chair when we cut it to like what 10 or 11? It didn't feel like we would actually win.
No. But if Dawson makes the 3, I would have been so unreclined. I would have been so vertical.
If he makes the 3, do the studs check in for us?
I don't know. That would have been interesting. We got to talk about this later.
Rise on fire.
It's electric. Duke. I've never been in trenches with Duke fans. They are feisty.
They just can't comprehend.
That's actually shocking, though, is the thing.
Yeah. Also, thank you, Philip. We got to talk about Jerome Tang. So,
hey, good thing about this episode, there's a lot of ball left. We got a lot to get to.
No, I mean, I was pretty much, I'd accepted the loss, but I will say Dawson makes the 3. But I don't know. I don't think I could have got excited with us not bringing in our starters. Or who was out? Was it just DP not playing?
Trey
was out.
Yeah, but I think that,
Tiller maybe? Or maybe not.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Speaking of the last 5 minutes, my God, do we need Cole Rosario to just make one? It's almost like I almost wonder if Bill
into the rim every possession.
Did Bill tell him to be uber aggressive just to see one go through? That's kind of what I thought, in the moment, because he was going at.
But that has never been how Bill wants a young guy to get. Like, Bill's whole thing has always been, don't worry about making shots, go make plays, go get rebounds. I don't care about shots. And then Rosario just comes in and launches the first time he touches the ball.
Yeah,
every game, and I feel so bad for him.
With that point, though, I feel like Bill's changed a lot of ways in his coaching style.
Yeah, and I do think Bill is very much what, B-turn?
He hasn't made a shot in Big 12 play. He hadn't scored until what? Free throws?
Free throws, baby.
Saturday?
Yeah.
I know he hasn't played a ton, but there was a point on Saturday where he just decided to try to go downhill 3 straight possessions. I know we weren't going to win, but he's not even making layups. I mean, who's better?
I think France
who's better, him or Dawson?
In conference play before that game.
It's just brutal, but I don't know. We're running out of time, but I just feel like he needs to see one go through. It's tough, but yeah, I'm not banking on Cole Rosario being a big part of this team in March. But hey, hope he sticks
0 for
around.
10 from the floor in Big 12 play. 0 for 8 from 3. So, I think it was the 2. Yeah, he missed 2 layups or 2 shots inside the paint. Those were the only 2s he's taken in conference play. Outside of that, he was 0 for 8 from 3. God, I would have thought he contributed a decent amount this year. Maybe first couple guys off the bench.
I can't believe neither him or Dawson provided minutes.
I didn't really know much behind the scenes or anything, and I know Jamari had been here, but I feel like I would have thought he produced more than Jamari this season. Maybe that seems crazy since he's been around and he sat a year.
The way they were talking about him in practice was wild. Like
we
you would've
started
thought-
him.
I was worried he was going to go lottery. I was worried he was going to be a one and done the way they talked about him in practice.
Imagine where we'd be at.
Is he still a one and done at Kansas?
I mean, maybe it is just a mental thing where he just needs a fresh start. But God, I
do
feel
feel
like
bad.
he'll be good.
He'll be awesome at Wisconsin.
No, he'll go to like Gonzaga, dude. It's gonna drive me insane. He'll be so good at Wisconsin or at Gonzaga and Wisconsin.
Even you said it, yeah. Both
Yeah.
probably, unfortunately.
I do feel bad. He seems like a good kid with like a great attitude and shit. I wish it worked out. And who knows? Maybe he is back.
Yeah,
I'd like it. We need
see.
program guys.
Yes, we do.
Hey, I don't want to go too deep into this on this episode and this late in the season. We've already said our points on it, but let's slow down on the Twitter profile picture changes, maybe a little bit.
Pretty good performance after
That's
what he changed it
embarrassing,
to.
dude. I'm sorry.
Now,
I don't. Again, we
Yeah.
don't have to get into it. We've given our takes, but like,
it was
and
just
they played awesome defense on him, so that's one. But like, if you're that good, you're always going to get good defense on you.
yeah, it's a bold time to pull the Michael Myers mask out. Like
Especially when you aren't
maybe
playing.
wait for a home game where like that was a tough task to be ready. Like I didn't expect him to go score 25 in Hilton.
Kind of did once he put that as his picture, to be honest.
I mean
That was a bold move because, I mean, the noise
Right.
has been warranted. They act like it hasn't been.
but I loved it in the moment. I was like, okay, it got to him. I said this after Texas Tech. Bullying sometimes works, and it has only gotten worse. He's been getting bullied online, and it was like, okay, this guy's starting to get it. He is realizing he's ruining his reputation, but I don't know. I think it was just tough. Like I think tomorrow he needs to be good because I'm not like I'm pretty stressed about tomorrow. I think it's very losable.
I was going to ask you guys about the game and how you felt. AB, how you feel?
I feel fine. I think we'll win, but it's a conference road game, so it's always going to be tough. Is Okie State still close to the bubble? I know they lost the tough one Saturday.
Cats are cooking tonight.
Oh,
Dude, actually, Okie State's lost 3 straight.
Yeah.
And they've lost 5 of their last 7. So, okay. Maybe I'm
6.5
feeling a
point
little
spread?
better. Yeah, I mean, Kim Palm has us winning by 7, so I'm assuming
we'll be
it's right
fine.
around there. Yeah,
Just
I feel actually better.
Is it more likely that we run the table or lose multiple games?
Multiple games. I was going to ask this question.
In my eyes, the only 2 possible games we can lose are tomorrow and at Arizona.
We can lose to Houston. Are you
Look how
kidding
serious
me?
he
They're
is.
a wagon.
Stop.
Dude, that's right. AB was saying that. Not
We
possible.
don't look at the schedule in similar ways. Jayhawk edits, yeah. Burger King fries are good. Good call.
What about chicken fries?
Slice? But no.
Did you see that Arizona spread?
It's Allen Fieldhouse. It's the best. It's the best. It just is the best. And they're gonna make us dogs again. The 3rd time this year.
Okay, then I'll say, if those are your only 2 potential losses, I'll say we got a better chance at running the table. Which sounds crazy because we are probably going to lose the Arizona game, but I don't see us losing tomorrow in Stillwater.
Wait, I'm dying, AB, that you said we have 2 shots to lose and one of them is tomorrow.
waiting to fire that.
Yeah.
Like, I think if you have a shot tomorrow to
We've
lose,
seen this story for 20 years, man.
Yeah, we did.
Houston is different, dude. Like, Houston is the only team I ever remember being legitimately scared of in the Big 12. Like, in our entire fandom, they do. Huh?
The only time we played them in conferences is with our 2 worst teams in our entire life. So, like, and we still beat them once and should have beat them last year.
That's true. That's
True.
true. I mean, the
Both
fact
in
that they
Allen?
won last
And
year.
I think those 2 Houston teams might have been better than this one. I think Houston's really good this year, but like last year they were awesome.
Yep.
They were awesome, but I don't know, Fletcher
We're
or
pretty good
is
this
that his
year. Let's
name?
look at Ken
Kingston Flemings.
Fleming is
awesome, man.
he might be better than LJ Cryer, which I think he actually is, which is weird. But
Yeah, he's going to be a top 10 pick.
I've got a burning question. How does Illinois get a kid that went to Shawnee Mission Northwest or whatever, and how is that kid a 3-star recruit? And now he's going to be a top 5 pick.
Katon Waggler.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said Underwood offered him without seeing him or meeting him, and none of the local schools offered.
Like, how did he fall under the radar like that?
I think he just was not at all playing like this. I mean, I think he could probably shoot, but even when you watch him, it's like you would never guess he's a top 10 pick, but then you look up and he's got 30 points and he just can get a shot off all the time. I don't know. I'm like still skeptical of him, but
yeah, he gets a lot.
He's very sick.
It's random, but he gets like a lot of people that like cover the draft or just talk NBA kind of shit on him a little bit because like I saw someone quoting highlights of him saying he's going to get a GM fired but it is kind of crazy. He went under the radar because Shawnee Mission Northwest was so stacked. They won a shit ton. You got Ethan Taylor and him.
But here's the thing.
Unfathomable that school could ever be good at sports. They were so bad when we were in school.
Cougars.
He wouldn't be getting minutes like here. I'm convinced of it.
No,
I'm convinced he would have just he would have played, but he would have been playing more of like just an off the bench type role. I don't think there was any world where he was going to be good enough to play like
4 out 1 in.
No, I think you're right. And I don't even mean it as like imagine how good we'd be if we had him on the roster. It's more just like how was his only? I think his only Power 5 or Power 4, whatever it is now. I think his only power offer was Illinois, and it was like.
I mean, that's why I get people are like pissed at our staff, but I don't think it's.
But like, how does that K-State coach not go get him? How does Mizzou not go? They could use those guys, and he's probably a lot cheaper than what they actually spent on guys.
Yeah, let's talk about Jerome Tang because
what a guy.
End of an era. Guy was
favorite
hilarious.
moments.
It's just wild because I remember his first year, and maybe it was all of us talking about it, but it was like they were winning, they were fun. But I kept watching him go Wabash in the crowd and all the stuff he was doing, and I was like, this guy's a cheese ball. And I struggle to believe in cheese balls to be long-term, like consistent winners in college basketball or college football. But he was passing all the tests. They were winning games. But when it was all said and done, the cheese ball came out strong. Turned out he just couldn't have had a luckier start to his career as a head coach, and he will be missed.
No, the luck thing is crazy. The first of all, you luck into your 5'8" point guard being an All-American. You luck into a guy that quite literally died on the basketball court years before being awesome. You luck into starting your career like 11-0 in overtime games. Like, I think it's pretty fair to say that those are mostly toss-ups. It never really seems sustainable, and I think we were all on that from the jump. Now, it is funny because the way it happened, I think when he had that press conference and he blamed all the players and was like, I thought, I was like, oh my God, this guy's unhinged. And now that K-State fired him for cause, I'm kind of back on his side now, just because,
dude.
Fuck them. And it's just, but it's going to be so juicy, and it's going to be a little spicy if it goes to court. I don't know if it'll get there, but
this was played so poorly by K-State. I get why they're doing it, and like I think this is what lawyers do and schools do, is they just try to find anything. But where they screwed up is they did it at this point in the season. So there's no other firings happening. There's no coaching carousel. It's just he was the first one to happen, so everyone was dialed in on it. And then you're fresh off last week where that was a big press conference. It was in the news because of how pissed he was. And everyone remembered it. And so to fire him for cause and then use that as the reason, just, oh, man, it's blown up big time in their face because, I mean, Seth Greenberg, that guy's doing a press tour. Just press tour. They got to have the same agent. There's no way they don't.
Yeah.
He's a savage these days.
He's feisty. People forget. He used to argue with me on Twitter, and every response, he'd delete. He'd argue with me, he'd respond, and then when I would go to respond to his argument, he'd delete his argument, but then he would respond to me again, and he would just keep deleting it. It looked like I was screaming at him. It was kind of, actually, in hindsight, genius move.
That's funny. You just see 8 replies from Ryan, nothing from him.
I looked like a psycho. Yeah.
I kind of bought into the Tang hype.
I mean, it was hard not to.
Were like he was corny for sure, but they were pretty electric. Like I liked watching Noel and Keontae Johnson, but
there were just signs, the wabashing in the crowd, standing on the table. We expect to win now. Walking into Florida Atlantic's locker room like he's Coach K. Can
you imagine if that dude won a natty?
It was like the 35th game he ever coached as a head coach. he's like,
you know what?
DJ Crowd went up to Caleb Williams. He's like, "Hey man, this, no man, that's not your place."
I mean, I would bet you around them. I would bet you those Florida Atlantic guys had no clue who he was.
None.
I mean,
like Speedy with Scott Drew.
Yes. Who's that? The funniest part, I mean, the difference was Speed had played against Scott Drew 8 times in his career or whatever at that point.
He had to be trolling. Who was that?
Oh, man. But
I
don't know. I threw this tweet out on our pod, like, who would be the funniest hire for K-State? I kind of think it's Gottlieb, and I'm not even kidding because, one, I think if they strike out on some big names, he really wanted that job a few years ago. Or like 10 years ago, and the crowd was eating it up, and they would do the crowd base. They would do it again too. If they hired Gottlieb, I promise you, they would act like they just had this insane hire. It's awesome. I don't know.
Howard.
I don't know who they'll hire. It'll be interesting.
Jerence Howard.
What does he do?
Great recruiter. God, I'm just sitting here thinking, if they win that Florida Atlantic game, they play San Diego State in the semis. Imagine if they play for that national championship.
Imagine 40 points.
Imagine AB watching that game.
I would have bet so much money on K-State just to emotionally hedge. But seriously, I mean, people forget, guys. K-State's last 2 Elite 8 appearances were against 11 seed.
Hey, last 3.
Oh, yeah. Well, 5 seed Butler, 11 seed Loyola, and 9 seed Florida Atlantic. 3 Elite 8s. They don't play a top 4 seed. They don't win a single game. I mean, that is the stuff that has you laying. That is the stuff that has you laying in bed, just terror, like horrified. I can't imagine if that was.
How many Elite 8 losses does Bill have at KU? 4? 5?
No.
UCLA, VCU, Oregon,
Georgia
Nova.
Tech.
Oh yeah, way more. Never mind. I was hoping that
Georgia Tech, UCLA,
VCU, Nova,
Oregon. Hey, we haven't lost an Elite 8 game since Oregon.
We haven't played a second weekend without winning a title since 2018. We haven't lost the second weekend since Oregon.
Look at us.
9 years in a row, baby, huh?
Hey, but AB, because you've been talking about how we've only been to one second weekend in 7 years or whatever. Is that the stat?
Since,
But Bill Self has made it to the Final Four in 2 of the last 5 NCAA tournaments he's coached in.
Oh, because
2023 doesn't count. 2020 doesn't count. So, yeah, he's 2 out of his last 5. Pretty good stats.
I think we made the Final Four in 2020.
Yeah. And
That would have been our
you know.
sixth elite. Elite. I can't say it, dude. I can't say it. Elite 8. Holy cow, man.
Unique New York.
All right, let's talk
We
about.
gotta clip that.
I actually want your guys' take on this because the Duke fans were, I mean, ruthless. And so what I tweeted was, and I think we could all agree, there's nothing worse than turning on Big Monday, getting ready to watch the Hawks, and Duke's beating Syracuse by 44 points with 7 minutes left in the second half, fresh off last week where you watched Duke beat Virginia Tech by 27 points. And so I tweeted this out, like there's nothing worse than watching Duke play a cupcake ACC school right before you're ready to watch two Big 12 teams go to war. And I was like, they're going to sleepwalk to a 1 seed every single year until the ACC improves. I think that's a fair take. I didn't say Duke sucks. I didn't say they don't deserve a 1 seed. I just said it is going to be much easier. And oh my God, these people acted like I said they're the worst basketball team of all time. They said they have the most quad 1 wins and one of the toughest strength of schedules in the world. So I'm getting all these. I'm like, damn, do they actually have a really tough strength of schedule? 17th. I mean, relax, Duke fans. You're flexing 17 like it's the toughest schedule. And I went in blind. Like, I had no clue about any of these numbers. Made me feel much better. KU's got the number 3 strength of schedule.
How many of the top 10 are in the Big 12?
Strength of schedule?
What was that question?
1, 2, 3. Only 3. I mean, Arizona has like a really. It doesn't
randomly like Houston and Iowa State too. I've had.
Yeah, Arizona does not have a tough strength of schedule. Houston's 38th.
Iowa State's 56.
Iowa State not. I mean, before this Saturday, not having what was it? Played a ranked team or beaten a ranked team or
then played a ranked
conference. It's insane.
Yeah.
Anyways,
yeah, dude. Arizona's non-conference strength of schedule was 86. Like, are we positive that isn't? Which seems great. Didn't they beat good teams? Maybe they just beat the few good teams they played.
I kind of have some question marks on them these days.
Whom?
Arizona.
Yeah, it's easier to say that now, but they do. It kind of does feel like the Tommy Lloyd special where they start out the season awesome and then they kind of sputter down the stretch. What was that face for, R.R. Reinhardt?
Houston's non-conference strength of schedule is 157.
Yeah, the frauds. It's the opposite of Duke. They know that they're going to get battled in the Big 12, and they don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I don't know. I mean,
70.
But like, my take was right? Like,
correct. I was actually. I wanted to defend you. I just didn't want to get into it.
Dude, I was about to just mute the thing.
It was so bizarre. Their responses were just going directly against what you were saying. Like you were like, since January, like you were just your whole point about your first tweet was, I'm tired of boring standalone games that lead into awesome games. That's all it was.
Yes.
And that's nothing against anyone, but like they're pulling out their like November schedule and how like it great, awesome. Like that, we're not saying you didn't play anyone in November and December. We're not saying you don't play Michigan this weekend. We're just saying that your ACC schedule stinks. It just does, and it's not their fault. It's
not, and that's the thing.
Yeah, we're not. I didn't take it as you blaming them or calling them out at all. It's just simply I want more entertainment before there's a top 5 matchup on my TV.
Yeah, I didn't really understand why they got so defensive. Like Duke fans, like you made it clear that you thought they were a good team, but
I froze for a second. But
like big Mondays, obviously weekend's over, Mondays stink. You're excited for big time games, and you usually get that the Big 12, and then you get on your sports book and you see Duke as a 15-point or higher favorite.
Yeah, and
it felt like that kind of happened last year too. They were loaded. That's one of the better college basketball teams you'll see, but felt like they were always huge favorites and blowing teams out by 20-30.
Positive.
Yeah, they're a great team.
It's better next week when it's Louisville at Carolina and then leads into Houston at KU. That's 4 ranked teams as of now. I mean, teams could lose, but should be better off next week. But when was the last time there was an ACC Big Monday game that wasn't Duke or Carolina? It's like they have 2 options.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying is like the ACC is just an incredibly lame conference. Like it sucks what that has become because I used to think, I don't know about you guys, but when we were like kids watching, like I always thought the ACC was by far the most exciting conference.
That's Maryland.
Had to have been.
Oh my God.
Oh, Duke going to Maryland, Duke going to even Clemson, Sunday night, Fox Sports Net.
Oh,
they had some nasty teams.
What was the song they played on Fox Sports?
I don't think it was that. We are Fox Sports. We are Kansas City.
Those were great games. And it's just, I don't know. So yeah, Duke fans, I apologize. I didn't bring up the fact that since, just mid-December, they've played 3 teams in the top. UNC is 34 in Ken Baum. Good Lord. They played 3 teams that are like good or in the top 35 of Ken Baum, and they've lost 2 of them. So, they swept Louisville, which I think was impressive, but Louisville also has been very up and down. So I don't know. I think
Louisville, and I haven't watched much of them, just from an outsider's perspective, they feel like that team that, like in college football, they'll put Mizzou at 23 to get another SEC team ranked to help the other schedules look better. That's what Louisville feels like this year.
Who's your guys' national champion as of today?
I was about to ask that, Braden. How about it?
I'm kind of back on Houston train.
Yeah. All 3 of us?
I think Fleming.
Michigan just beats the fuck out of everybody.
Yeah. I think Fleming, though, is like exactly what Houston needs. But
what are the odds Florida can repeat? They're getting hot. They played a crazy tough schedule, top 5 defense.
Say it out loud. Are the Florida Gators winning back-to-back national championships?
Never seen that before.
No. They could. I mean, I haven't watched much of them, but they're up to 6 at Ken Palm.
I don't know why, but I just don't see Michigan. And I know they're loaded. I mean, dude, it might be Duke.
Guys, UConn's 24-2 and won't be at home.
No, I have a take about UConn. I think UConn's getting upset in the tournament. It's going to be an all-time meltdown by every game they play is close.
I hate Hurley.
Hurley's due for a bad loss in the tournament. It'll be so funny to watch him melt down. But we'll see.
Hey,
maybe this gets clipped.
Why not us?
Next time Duke plays at a natty, we got to watch with our eye.
Yeah, we do. I'll drive from here. Hey,
dude, the worst thing, them melting down to Houston last year cost me like over $1,000. So it was actually
how,
and it was this. I did one of those things where you Calcutta, and we had Duke, and we felt like we had. I mean, I was already counting my money. I was like, oh yeah, this
getting ready to book a vacation.
Oh yeah,
post baby vacation.
So it did like them doing it in the fashion I watched. But you guys should go watch back the final 2 minutes of that game.
I randomly watched a YouTube video today. They were up.
I watched that YouTube video last night.
That foul on flag was pretty ass. I remember that live. Yeah. They were up 7 with a minute?
Well, they were up 9 with
Tugler
2 minutes.
got the technical.
Tugler got a technical with a minute left, down 7 or something. I don't know. It was crazy, the fact that Houston won that game. I mean, just an all-time meltdown. So I kind of get vibes that we're going to see a Houston-Duke Final Four rematch. But man, I think Houston would just bully Duke a little bit, but we'll see.
Maybe. He's had only 2 possible losable games for KU tomorrow.
And one of them is not Houston. I love it. But one is Oklahoma State.
Stand by it.
When AV texted us about getting on the pod and firing off takes. I feel like that sentence was what had him wanting to record. He had that loaded in the chamber all day.
It's ready to rock. I had more, and I always think of things the day that we plan on doing a podcast that I'm like, oh, this will be good. And then I forget about them until right when we get off the podcast. It's really frustrating. I got to start writing them down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some notes.
Sure.
Wouldn't hurt us all to do a little bit of prep for this podcast.
We're going. This is, 7 years strong of just freeballing it.
Yeah. Wouldn't hurt if you actually went and bought a Baja Blast either.
No, it sure wouldn't.
Wow.
See you in an hour.
Yeah. I'll get in line and we'll live stream in the morning when I get it.
Was there any thought to get the Baja like frozen one when you were there?
I figured I would get roasted.
I'm
by
sure
the
that
chat.
was a closer flavor than the midnight. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen. Final four bust, right?
I just need another DP game to get me back in it, right? Like he's really not been a consistent contributor since I tried to do the Baja Blast. So I think we got to restart the process.
Yeah, that's fair.
God,
what did I want to talk about?
I was going to talk about Big 12 champion odds. I think I saw 7-1 on FanDuel, but I saw 13 on DK. And I know Arizona's dealing with some injuries and they got a tough one Saturday. Houston doesn't lose at home, but if they win Saturday, I feel like they're in pretty damn good shape too. I know they play us and Iowa State, but you get them at home. I actually took Arizona last night at plus 240. I debated KU at 13-1 because I feel like that could easily change after Saturday. You would assume KU wins. I mean, we're 6.5 point favorites tomorrow. Cincinnati, I would assume double digits. Arizona wins Saturday. I feel like we would move to 5-1.
I mean, God, Arizona winning at Houston without Pete just feels. What is that line going to be? I bet it's Houston 4.5. Yeah.
By the way, AB's probably not wrong about our chances against Houston at Allen because that is a tough spot for them.
I can't believe that's the craziest thing you guys think I've ever said.
No,
I guarantee to win at Allen Fieldhouse.
I just think it's poking. I think it's poking the wrong bear. There's not many. There's no other team
watching this. What do we mean?
I don't know. There's no other team that I would react that way, but I just think Houston is. They bully us. They are so much more physical. Now, this team I feel much better about. I mean, the way if we play anywhere close to how we played against Arizona, we'll be fine. We actually were able to be just as physical. I don't know. Houston terrifies me. They really have. But
they just stick in every game too. It'll probably be a one possession game late. They just play so damn hard and they get the necessary stops.
Blew a 10-point lead 5 minutes ago last night.
In the tough and
what? Say it.
In a tough environment.
Oh.
No, I do feel good. And you get a brutal Arizona team on Saturday. They're going to give everything they have into that game because I feel like you could nearly wrap up the conference with a win.
That's the thing. You could argue we have a bye week this week, and Houston's got to play the gauntlets. I said you could argue. I in this same point, I said tomorrow is one of the two we could lose.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I'm crazy. Actually, no. I think this is a very fair take. It's going to sound negative. I think the odds of us finishing 5th and missing out on Thursday in the Big 12 tournament are higher than us finishing 1st in the Big 12. But what would have to, I guess, okay, we're basically battling it out for the top 4 spots so that we can make the double bye for the Big 12 tournament. And you Houston and Arizona, I feel like have locked up the top 2 or will be in the top 4. They may not win the conference, but it'd be hard for them to move out of the top 4. But so now we're up against Iowa State and Texas Tech. And I don't know. I guess I'd have to look at Texas Tech.
How many losses does Tech have?
Each other.
Ooh. How many losses does Tech have?
They're 9-3.
Yeah. Us, Iowa State, and Tech are tied.
Head-to-head over them?
That's true.
Speaking of bye weeks, Tech has at Arizona State, they get K-State Saturday, and then they host Cincinnati before going to Iowa State.
That's what I'm saying. So, Tech has the easiest schedule of anyone left in the Big 12.
We'll have tiebreaker over them.
Yeah,
Still
but
have to beat the Friday game.
So we can only afford to lose one more game, I guess, which is what you're saying, AB.
Yeah.
There's only 2 possibilities, and one we're a 6.5-point favorite.
Okay, so Tech.
But Iowa State's going to lose at least once more. Iowa State's got to go to Arizona. They're playing Tech at home. They go to BYU Saturday, which Saunders is out, but still a tough place to play. But they can't beat a single good team, with or without Saunders.
Yeah, see that spread tomorrow night?
No.
12.5 Arizona.
Where? Oh, BYU in Tucson?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which is, I'm sure it's right, especially without Saunders.
It's just tough, man. Like looking out, I know we have Allen Fieldhouse at home, but looking at these schedules, we have 2 top 5 teams to play the rest of the way, and Tech and Iowa State. Tech has none, and Iowa State has 1. They have Arizona. So, like, I don't know. I'm worried. I'm worried we're going to be playing freaking Wednesday of the Big 12 tournament.
Yeah, but if we do, is that
I feel fine.
I think the committee's basically said that they don't really care about conference tournament results anymore. And if we get to add another win to the resume instead of, I don't know, just a thought. I just don't know how we're going to handle it and how Peterson is going to handle it and how anyone is going to. So
I really want to be there. Like I really want to go Friday night to the Big 12 tournament, have it be us, Arizona, Houston, and whoever. Hopefully Iowa State for atmosphere reasons. But like, can you imagine that? And I don't want to be gassed going in Friday night being like, man, I really want to win this tournament, but we're day 3 and we're playing a wagon of Houston or Arizona. Like I want to be somewhat fresh.
Wait, why don't you feel good about top 4 seed?
Because I think it's very possible we could lose 2 more, and I think Tech is for sure only losing 1 more, and I think Iowa State is very much only going to lose 1 more. But obviously, we just got to win out at home, and
I feel like we got to split Houston and Arizona, which we probably just got to beat Houston.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think our schedule is slightly harder than the other teams that are battling it for those top 4 spots.
You're nervous about Oklahoma State.
I don't know.
Are they putting the curtains in the upper deck tomorrow, or are they going to open it up for the big game?
Oh, curtains are up. Nobody cares. That I can't believe how much. What do the kids say? Aura. That program has lost. Aura has lost in the last decade.
Boynton.
That's tough.
Boynton was the Aura master.
Hey, who tweeted out my favorite Allen Fieldhouse moment earlier?
Tarek Black. That was me. I love that moment.
Oh my god,
that was so good. Just one of the all-time crowd pops. Bench is clear.
Stripe game.
So good. We actually did a great stripe out that game. Mm-hmm. Have we ever done that since?
Kentucky, right? Or we did sections like red, white, and blue.
Wayne Selden.
Yeah.
That's when the dumbest thing ESPN, they've done a lot of things. You remember for pregame? Because there are times where I'll go back and there's a real popular YouTube video where it shows the broadcast pregame and there's an Allen Fieldhouse suck fest. They're showing lineups. They had every player pick their favorite emoji.
Oh, I have watched that.
So it's just so dumb.
Yeah. What else? Other tiebreakers in the Big 12. Do we own a tiebreaker over? So since us and Iowa State split, is it overall record for the whole outside of conference?
I don't know how that works.
Maybe you're supposed to know these things.
Yeah, I think. Give me 90 seconds. I'll tell you everything. You guys
wait. So, what was Tech's schedule looking like again? How easy?
Ass and cheeks.
Wait, which Tech was?
They got Iowa State.
Their only tough one is at Iowa State, but then they have Arizona State, K-State, Cincinnati, TCU, and BYU. I guess they got to go to BYU, which is not easy.
We're going to need them to lose to Iowa State.
I have the tiebreaker, AB.
Yeah.
I think it is head-to-head. And then the next one is versus top team. So win percentage against the highest placed teams in the final regular season. So
Houston, we both be 1-0. Arizona, we were 1-1, and they were 0-1, so we'd get it because of that. I just got pulled up too.
Wait, over who?
Over Iowa State. We'd be the 3 seed in a 3-way tie with Tech and Iowa State because we have the best record against Arizona compared to Iowa State, and Tech would be 0-2 against Iowa State and KU, so they wouldn't have a shot.
Okay, so
Double
we
bye.
definitely have Tech
So
cleared.
if
But we
it's
just
us,
need
Iowa State and Tech 14-4, we're the 3. Iowa State's the 4. Tech's the 5, which I
Well,
think I
there's
like
one
the
more.
most because the 3 you get Arizona, so full home court advantage in the semis. You roll your dice, but I'd like to avoid Houston and Iowa State until the finals if we could. If we really want to get deep into a hypothetical Big 12 bracket. Plus, we get to go to the Blues 3 times, maybe twice.
Have we ever beat Iowa State in a championship game in the Big 12 tournament?
Yeah.
I feel like all our Big 12 tournament wins have been.
No, we did 2016, right?
No, that was West Virginia.
Oh.
They beat us in 2015. We beat West Virginia in 2016. We beat West Virginia in 2018. And then we
played them in the championship with Grimes too.
Yeah, we lost that. They beat us in 2015. We lost to them in 2013. Or did we lose them with Wiggins? Yeah. I mean, they have dominated us in the Big 12 tournament.
Yeah, I mean, I just looked up the last 11.
Hilton South. See, I don't know why, but I was thinking about the Big 12 tournament last night, and I was already getting triggered about Iowa State fans. Like, I get that you want them playing Friday night for the atmosphere because, like, their crowd is electric, but I also it triggers me. Does it not trigger you guys?
I mean, I find it pretty funny. And there's honestly some, like, the Cyclone Larry guy on Twitter is actually funny. Like, he gets it. He plays into it. I respect him. He's funny. I did see a funny tweet. Somebody replied to us. God, where is it? Yeah, this guy said, Iowa basketball has the talent level of Kansas, which I don't know about that, but has the talent level of Kansas and the fan IQ of K-State. Truly a unique combination. And it is so true. Like, they've now been, a consistent top 10 team the last 3 seasons, and they still just have a lot of K-State. It's just, you can't get that, like, weird loser mentality fan base out of you.
Wow. Been holding that one in.
I mean, it's just facts.
I mean,
Steve Prohm set them back a long time.
Are we getting Hoiberg?
I'm out on him. He lost a couple games. I'm all in on Tommy Lloyd. I'm going to tell you that right now.
When's the last time Iowa State made the Final Four?
The 60s.
1944.
It's almost 100 years, dude.
Was the Final Four even a thing?
Yeah.
How many Elite Eights have they even played in?
I think back in 1944, there was probably 16 teams in the tournament.
There was 4 teams.
I gotta look. Are you looking at the 1944 tournament bracket? Okay, I'll look up Iowa State Elite Eight.
The Utah Utes. Wow, my God. Defeated the Dartmouth. Oats. I'm having a rough time, dude. Yeah, it was 2, 4, 6, 8 teams. And the Final Four was Dartmouth, Ohio State, Iowa State, and Utah. And Iowa State lost a heartbreaker to Utah 40-31. What?
Breaking news.
Oh boy, bomb pops.
The last time Iowa State made the Elite Eight was in 2000.
Marcus
Larry Eustace.
They've only made 2 Elite Eights in program history, which is
cool. What?
44 and 2000, baby.
Dude, that's crazy.
They had so many good teams too.
No wonder they're so angry. I mean, I get it now.
Like they had
think of the teams, the Hoiberg
Yeah.
teams.
Hoiberg's
Jamal
last 2
Tinsley.
years.
I guess was
Hoiberg's-
Tinsley on the 2000 team? Probably.
Hoiberg's last 2 years, they were a 3 seed, and then Frome was a 4 and a 5 his first 2 years. And then the last 2 years, they've been a 2 and a 3.
Hampton.
Yeah.
How do you not make it to an Elite 8?
That's crazy. I thought for sure. I honestly thought they may have made it to an Elite 8 in the last 3 years.
Well,
I thought,
it just
I thought the
adds
Illinois
to our
game was the
point.
Elite 8, but it wasn't.
Just adds to our point
Sweet
that
16.
their peak of their season is the Big 12 tournament in Kansas City.
They live and die by every possession.
It is so funny. And it's like, it's something that, like, honestly, for the majority of our childhood was just like pretty much a given that we'd win it. And it was just kind of like, there we go. We won another Big 12 championship. On we go. Like the Big 12 tournament with Bill Self used to just seem so easy to me. So, I mean, God, what did we run that tournament through?
We beat the brakes off the winner of the 8-9 game
Remember we lost to Baylor in an 1 versus 8?
in Dallas, right?
It's like 11:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
Morning.
I remember I was in school.
What was that? 09?
I like
2011,
yeah.
something like that.
But it was like I still had like a slider phone, or it wasn't like an iPhone yet. And I can't remember how I found out we lost. Maybe text from someone, but I remember asking to go to the bathroom so I could check my phone and found out we lost, and it just ruined my whole weekend. It was like spring
I can
break.
just see
Absolutely toast. I was in Spanish class. I know exactly where I was. I was pissed. Bad loss.
I remember the KUK State championship in like 2010.
13.
They were stacked.
2010 and 2013, right?
13 was when Elijah did the
Nutmeg.
nutmeg? Yeah.
But then, we played them in 2010 with like Poland and
Clemente.
Yeah.
18, baby.
Xavier Henry. Yeah, I mean, God, dude, we won it. What did we went?
Good.
We won it in 06, 07, 08, 10, 11, 13, 16, 17, 18, 22. Insane.
Real.
Yes. Just it was so easy. And so I'd love to get back to doing that. But like now it's just a whole different animal. I mean, you're playing top 5 teams every single in the semis and the championship game. It just takes a lot.
God, it's loaded.
It's so crazy looking at like our Wikipedia page. It's really bad, but it's just so compared to what I just looked at with Iowa State's.
1944.
Lordy.
Can you imagine if we threw up a clip like this on Twitter, how angry our mentions would be if we were talking about Iowa State?
Just be booing constantly.
I mean,
Are you sure they're not mooing?
They played 2 Elite 8s.
No.
I mean, we're giving them credit for 1944 that featured Dartmouth in the championship game.
We played more Elite 8s from 2016 to 2018 than they have in program history.
That's funny. All right. I don't know. I'm running out of takes. Chat, you got anything?
No, they don't. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh boy.
I do have one more thing.
No, I just.
No, I don't.
You're going to think of him when it's over.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll text you guys in about 20 minutes.
Hey, that's fine. I'm proud of us.
We
We got on here, recorded tonight, even though it wasn't anything like super pressing to talk about. That's what
But
true
we're usually-
podcasts do.
We're usually bad fans and don't talk about losses. Like I wasn't sure if we'd record, but I am starting to get excited about Big 12 race, what we might be in the tournament.
Like I said,
What
being
is
in the
going on with Stokes?
I don't know. I have takes about Stokes, and I'm not going to say until his recruitment is over.
Stay on the line after. Tell us out there.
You got to say it or before he commits, because then after, if you're like, I didn't want him, then everyone's.
It's not about not wanting him. It's just like
He's a cancer.
no, I don't know. I'm going off like 10 TikToks I've seen, but he's just not sure. He doesn't strike me as a Bill Self guy.
Not all number ones are created equal. The problem is if he does come, he'll come in and we'll have Darren Peterson expectations for him, Andrew Wiggins expectations for him. I don't think he's that.
I think we got to pin the second to last comment.
This one?
Thoughts on Jimmy's?
This is Let's
AB.
Go Cards. He's a Topeka guy. Which Jimmy Johns are you going to, Let's Go Cards? You going to Wanamaker or you going to Gage?
I have a hot Jimmy John's take, by the way. I've had this one for years. Everyone loves their bread. Their Italian bread, their loaf. It's not that I don't like it. I prefer their 9-grain whole wheat. I just do. It's something with the texture and like how they cut it in half feels more like a sandwich. I'm strong on this one. I stand by it. Give it a go next time you guys go there.
I can't picture you eating wheat bread.
Hey, come on, man.
I always see it looks good.
It just tastes good. Genuinely, you should give it a shot. Add some texture to it.
Shout out Topeka, baby.
Top city.
On I-35.
I'm always tempted, AB. But I mean, I haven't gone away from my turkey tom, no tomato, add cucumber, add provolone in years, and will not go away from it. But I do. The wheat bread does look good.
Great.
Oh yeah,
so good. Hey, speaking of deli sandwiches, we made BLTs the other night. Oh, so good.
Fire.
Now,
yep.
I like to throw a couple slices of red onion on mine. Do we have thoughts?
I saw a tweet about this where a guy said he actually ran out of tomato completely and just replaced it all with red onions.
Okay.
And said he loved it. I don't know if I could do that much onions. I'm an onion guy, but I don't know if I could replace it. But God, I don't love tomatoes. I'd probably eat more BLTs if I had a replacement for the tomato.
Rye bread?
I like tomatoes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You guys love tomatoes on a sandwich? Like just a big old tomato is just too much for me. I like tomatoes chopped up.
More thinly sliced is how I'd prefer it. But I'm kind of that way with lettuce. It's just like lettuce is just it's not that I don't like it. I know Ryan Salad Boy in the top left is going to be like, you don't get lettuce or shit. It depends on the lettuce. Like if it's super finely shredded lettuce, what's the point? Especially in warm food. Chipotle, I won't get it. McChicken, I won't get it because it's just like warm wilted lettuce is disgusting. It's like biting into
Chipotle lettuce on Chipotle is a must.
AB, who has the best sub in the game? Best sub shop.
I was a big fan of Witch, but they don't exist in Kansas City anymore.
Never had that.
It was pretty good. Jersey Mike's is good, but you're talking about private equity, so whatever. God, what's the place? What am I thinking of? Oh, Penn Station. Cole would kill me if I didn't say Penn Station. I think they also just left Kansas City recently.
Do you guys have a yellow sub? In Topeka, it was called Planet Sub.
That's Planet Sub everywhere but Lawrence, I think.
Oh, well, they closed the one in Topeka, and I loved Planet Sub. They had what is it called? A creamy turkey club. Fantastic. Cream cheese, bacon, turkey. Yeah, AB. Thoughts?
Oh my God.
Just kidding.
I don't have them for what it's worth.
Boys don't know politics here. That is a.
You just get annoyed by the discourse around them. What you guys have heard this recipe before? We wanted breakfast for dinner. I just made the biscuit and gravy casserole with eggs and cheese and sausage, and yeah, it's great.
Fire,
real good, real good.
I had Panera bread for dinner.
Fuck Panera bread, man. That's up there with noodles. No, it's so expensive and it's just not that good.
Hannah likes it. And she just was craving soup. So I gave in because, I was doing a pod tonight. I wanted to make her happy and not fight back. But I hate Panera bread. It's so overpriced. It's garbage. I get a half grilled cheese with tomato soup. Spend
big tomato guy
$15 on that. And it's like just the weakest thing I've ever seen. Hey, it's just a tomato on a sandwich. Big difference.
I know.
There's never been one time in my life where I was like, man, I really want Panera bread. I'm going to go get that.
As
I hate
a
it.
young boy, the bread bowl always got me fired up, but it was because it was like a treat. You know, it wasn't a thing that we were consistently having.
I don't know this, but I'm gonna guess Panera Bread got bought by private equity.
Yeah, well, it started in St. Louis, so that's the biggest problem they have.
Mm.
And the St. Louis one hasn't changed their name. St. Louis Bread
Oh.
Company, I believe, is still
Yes, Panera Bread was acquired by private equity
There we
in
go.
2017 for $7.5 billion. That place.
Are we getting to
It's
the point where it's easier to name the companies that haven't been bought by private equity?
Raising Cane's. He won't sell out. Todd Graves, legend.
Yeah.
Jeff Graves?
Yep.
Also legend. Co-founder of Raising Cane's, Jeff Graves. Chili's hasn't sold out, have they?
They still have salads.
I don't.
I'm going to be devastated.
I mean, they
Ooh,
could have.
okay.
They had a real downturn, and then they kind of had their come up a couple years ago.
Chili's is owned by Brinker International, publicly traded company, but it has not been bought in its entirety by private equity. However, private equity firms have previously acquired large specific groups of franchise Chili's locations. So I guess it depends on where you go to Chili's on whether or not you're dealing with those private equity guys.
Hey, couple recommendations here. Well, just one recommendation and one thought provoker. If anyone's ever in Omaha, try Clio, CLIO, Greek Mediterranean restaurant. Best meal I've had in months, maybe years. It was unbelievable. Wow. It was so good. Follow up, we had a couple appointments for the baby on Friday, which is why we were in Omaha. And all went well. That's great. But our post-appointment meal, we were really debating because Omaha, you got everything you could want. You know, you're in a small town like Hastings. It's just like you don't have everything. There's a lot that we miss that we'd like to get to, like Chili's, for example.
But you tell me you didn't go to Chili's.
We were close. We were close. We didn't do it because where we were at in Omaha, the two Chili's were like, I mean, we're like right in the middle, and there's one like 6 miles this way and one 6 miles this way, and it just wasn't really like on the way anywhere. So what we did,
news.
We went to PF Chang's, got some lettuce wraps, some egg drop soup, some honey chicken.
I had PF Chang's for the first time in my life this summer.
Did you enjoy it?
Never had it. It was good. Yeah, I
mean,
how could you not? Yeah, I think we did. Is that an app?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got those.
What's the breaking news, Turner?
Kansas State is up 15 points with 15 minutes left. Scott Drew.
At Baylor?
No, in Manhattan.
Oh.
They suck ass.
What is wrong with Baylor this year? They're the worst team in the league after Utah.
Ekpe Udo? God, they had some studs.
Dorks. Well, Scott Drew can come coach K-State. Glad he stayed instead of going to Kentucky.
Yeah, he's definitely regretting that.
But like, have they just stopped recruiting well, or they just have injuries? Like, what's the story this year? This feels like
they lost Wright to BYU. Gave Wright the bag to come play point guard, which I think hurt him because that was like totally unexpected. I don't know though. I feel like their NIL must just not be great because they still have. It's like they have enough to give one guy a big. What's the guy that's really good for them?
Ishmael Wainwright.
No, I want to say Yesufu, but that's Joe.
I think it might be that though.
Yustafu or something. I don't know, but either way, I just feel like I don't know. Either Scott Drew's just not as good or NIL's not there, which wouldn't shock me. Every time I tuned into Baylor games, it felt like that crowd was just not great. Like I've never felt like their support was off the charts.
Yeah. All I know is Scott Drew's a national champion head coach.
He gave up after that.
How'd that Gonzaga team lose?
Dude, seriously. There's two guys that I don't know how they're going to sleep at night ever if they don't win a natty. It's Kelvin Sampson and Mark Few. And I think Mark Few's time is past. He blew it. Kelvin Sampson, I mean, he's in his 70s. He's got to get it in the next 2 or 3 years. And my God, you can't beat Duke and then lose to Florida. I'm sick for
in the next 2 months.
It's like Wisconsin beating Kentucky.
Dude, Florida was so good.
What just happened? You can see me.
Walt,
Yeah.
Clayton.
Yeah, we can see you just clicking around. All right.
Well, one more thing. Maybe we should save this for March. I say there's so many like just forgotten. Maybe for me, maybe I'm just off what everyone else feels. Forgotten moments from the tournament in the last like 7 or 8 years, like the Virginia like shot where they tipped the ball out to half court and then threw it up and hit that. But there was a half court game winner in the Final Four that I just forget.
Jalen Suggs.
That LeBron called it before he shot it.
Yeah, this guy.
He called it 2 years before it happened.
San Diego State made a buzzer beater down 1 to go to the title game.
Well, that was the worst. That was the Chris Reynolds special, the ruined NCAA tournament.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, it was also a weird buzzer beater because it was like a mid-range, uncontested jumper. I don't know. It's weird, but
Chris Reynolds is a
bitch.
Yeah. All right, boys. I'm tired. Yep. We'll
let's win Stillwater.
Yeah, hey. Big week ahead. No easy games here. We gotta keep winning. Control our own destiny. You win out, you're Big 12 champs. People forget that.
I think Houston's a pretty easy win.
No. Easiest win left on the schedule.
I'm telling you guys.
What will be easier, them or K-State?
We might beat K-State by 50 points.
Not with this new Matt Driscoll interim, guys. Electric. Yeah.
What? He did that?
That GIF?
He's the GIF. He's that GIF.
No.
Was that coach just like...
I didn't know that.
I don't even know what it is.
Yes, you do. That guy.
Yeah.
Yes, he's the guy. He's K-State's basketball coach.
K-State's in good hands.
Yeah.
He might get the job.
Higher
Can you imagine
the move lately?
If senior day will win and we win the Big 12 and he comes into the field house and mollywops us.
You know what I want this guy to do if they win tonight is wabash in the crowd. Like,
please.
We might have to tune in to see.
It would be so funny. All right, yeah, we should go tune in to watch them melt down and blow this game. Yeah. All right, boys. Rock Chalk chat. Thank you. Subscribe. We'll see you next week. Good.